The college was founded by people of great faith who believed deeply in the importance of Lutheran education. Its primary purpose was to prepare Lutheran school teachers, but it also welcomed others who wanted a quality Christian education. Here we are, 100 years later, and the school is still focused on its original purpose, preparing men and women for lives of service. Service in the professional ministries of the Lutheran Church, Missouri Synod, and service as Christian leaders throughout the world.
Second thing that we talk about is what follows after baptism. And one of the things that we are concerned about here, and we're going to use the word unfolding. What follows after baptism is the unfolding of Christian life.
Faith seeking to understand. That's one of the assumptions that I make when I enter the theological classroom, that here are Christian people who are seeking to understand their faith. We are talking about the content of faith, and that's very important, but I believe it has to go a step further, and that is, how do we translate the content of our faith into our lifestyle?
Yeah. Big move.
Now, that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't gone to school at Concordia, right?
Oh, no. That would be fun.
I like being here at a time in students' lives when they are searching for all kinds of answers, where they are questioning their own identity and who they are before God and what they're going to be doing with the rest of their lives.
Read it, and that was his whole lecture.
See, that was a total mistake. Was it? Because especially...
This is an age where a lot of people take risks and do a lot of experimentation with all kinds of limits. And sometimes they make mistakes that they really regret and that they need to talk over. They also help to define for young people just what is the Christian life. What does God expect from your life? It's an exciting ministry that I have here.
Okay. A third of 12 is that many. That's how many cherries there are. Hi, Chris. Which area were you going to work with?
My students? Well, I think they're some of the neatest people that there are. I am just always amazed at the caliber of students that are choosing to work with young children. And I think we need top-notch ones for that.
Sounds good to me. Think of it as a second helping.
The Lord has just sent us so many really terrific
my cold
people.
was feeling a little better, and I still didn't have that cup of sugar, please, and a cup of sugar.
Oh, I love it. This is the only thing I've ever wanted to do is teach.
What does it say? This is
a real story.
I don't think there's any area of our life where we shouldn't try to achieve excellence. My vision is to experience the double win here at Concordia. We win on the scoreboard, certainly, when we put more points on the board than the other team. But more importantly, we win when we relate who Jesus Christ is and how he is personally someone that needs to be important in each individual life. That's what I call a double win.
The nicest thing about the courses that I teach in the area of English is that it absolutely requires a personal relationship with students. We're talking about real personal things, and we're talking about real important things. When you're talking about what is the meaning of life and what is my philosophy of life and how does my faith fit into all that, that's real important stuff. And you can't teach those areas well, I don't think, without having the trust of the students and having some kind of personal, interpersonal relationship. I really do love my students, and I think that the interpersonal relationships that develop are what make it all worthwhile. It's what we're here for, it's what makes life worthwhile. I was raised here, I grew up here, I was a faculty kid. My dad went to school here from 1926 on and then taught here, and so I've been around the place a long time. And there are days I think that someone could come back from 1926 and stand out there and see the same institution. Some of the real good traditions are the same.
There are classrooms waiting. There are students waiting to be taught. They should be taught by Christian teachers. There are pulpits waiting for Christian preachers. There are youth groups that are waiting for Christian leaders. That's why we're that dedicated to that concept here. That's why we're so careful about the way that we're preparing you. We have to stand before God and say, yes, Lord, they're prepared. They're ready. They're eager.
We're trying to nurture Christian people who are going to live out their Christian responsibility. And they think coming to Concordia is an important part of them reaching their goals. I think it is an obligation and not a choice to invest in the future. Endowment is one of the easiest ways to fulfill one's obligation to the next generation. I'm looking for places where I think my funds can bear some fruit. One of the best selections to my mind is education, because that's investing in the most important future there is.
Faith seeking to understand.
Oh, I love it. This is the only thing I've ever wanted to do is teach.
It's an exciting ministry that I have here.
I really do love my students. It's what we're here for. It's what makes life worthwhile.